have snuck into the pit garage to have a look at the i30 Fastback and Time Attack car. You can see there's a bit of a crowd around it, but this is a good opportunity to have a look at this car in a little bit more detail. We'll start having a look at this monstrous wing that's on the back. There is a ton of engineering that's gone into this. In terms of downforce alone, we can see we've got this really cool setup on the car, and at 200 k's an hour, that's putting out 450 kilograms of downforce onto the back of this car. And if we have a look inside the car, which I'm going to push in, I'm going to push in here. If we have a look inside here, the setup, as you can see, is pretty extreme. So that's gone through the rear hatch of the Fastback N, and that's on this custom setup all the way. You can see that mounted into the floor. So that not just tacked onto the back, it's actually really hunkered down and secured there, giving as much downforce as we can for the car. Obviously, you've got your roll cage that you can see in detail here. Thanks to Jeff popping the bonnet, we'll have a look under the bonnet there as well. If we have a look inside, you can see we've got the Alcantara steering wheel here, but the rest of the car, oh yes, it's stripped out, but it's actually still pretty standard, and that was the goal, to still build a car that's based on a standard i30 Fastback N road car. Obviously, we've got the single race bucket that's in there. No passenger seat not necessary for this category, so it's competing in Clubsprint if you weren't sure. You can see the rest of the trim, the door trims, all in place there. We've got our OZ racing rims here with the control tyre fitted to them. We're going to stick past the wing. Geez, it's big. And if we have a look down the side of the car, from the passenger side, you can see it's rigged with a couple of cameras for in-car we've got coming up. Again, you can see that mounting there for the rear wing, which is pretty significant. In terms of aero at the front, if we have a look at the front, under the bonnet we can see, thanks for popping the bonnet for us, Jeff, appreciate that. Under the bonnet we can see that it looks like a fairly standard setup. We've got a bit more power, uprated ECU, different turbo on there as well. But as you can see, it's still based on the standard road car, just having a bit more performance, a bit more speed for the task at hand. As you can see, looks very, very cool.
Slightly bigger intercooler.
There we go, thanks Jeff. Bigger intercooler, and the aero on the front that you can see as well. Again, lots of detail on that carbon front splitter, and that's giving the car around 250 kilos of downforce at the front end at 200 kilometers an hour. Before we leave, very quickly, I'm going to show you the carbon bonnet. You can see that carbon hood that's actually fixed there. This is the carbon fiber bonnet off the Project C. So again, the car's sort of showing off some parts that hopefully we'll see available through dealerships. Fingers crossed we can get there.